Accommodating Raila in government is a very expensive thing. Nobody doesn't know that. Accommodating Raila in government is a very expensive affair. We have just financed these campaigns for AUC. It took billions of Kenya shillings. We are now bringing in government. You don't know what is under the table. It must be in billions too. So all I'm saying is our priorities are not being straight, and there is a need to rethink and see how we can actually serve our people. Leo tuko hapa katika Uhuru Park kwa dialogue inaitangwa People's Dialogue, na it is organized by CMD, an umbrella body for many stakeholders or democracy. Na tuko hapa, we have set tent as Kenya Young Parliamentarians, which is an organization of young members of parliament in both National Assembly and the Senate. Na our engagement is around getting the voice of the young people to the legislative arm of government, so that we can be the representative of the people and be able to actually have a conversation conduit between the youth of the republic and actually the young parliamentarians. Now we have had a very interesting forum. Leaders around the country who are also coming on the way because we have sessions of debate, question and answers, and we are very happy that it is time dialogue takes center stage vis-a-vis violence and frustrations that we have seen previously, and that has led to even destruction of property before. So this is a conduit that we have actually engaged in, and it is in support of our partners, SEPA and the rest, so that we can be able to engage young people, young leaders for that matter, who are representative of the youth of the Republic of Kenya from various places in this country of ours. And I'm very happy and proud that so far we are moving on very well. Youth are very, very outspoken. I mean, it's obvious kama wewe ni kiongozi, my youth keep you on check. Long gone are the times when viongozi walikuwa watu wenye hawafikiki, ama ukitaka kuambia kitu lazima ungoje wakati wa uchaguzi. Saa hii we are able to get feedback directly. It is very clear that there has been a disconnect between what is happening in the National Assembly and actually what is happening to our young people. I am one of these people who believe that there is a need to actually have the link and ensure that we re-establish that connection and ensure that we give actually the representation of who we represent in a country. And also it is important that these things are coming in when our democracy is at test. I mean, we have seen a lot of gagging going on. We have had debates against serious offices like the Auditor General offices, which are offices that are very independent. But you hear people saying this should not happen. The Auditor General should not give a statement on things that are not going wrong. You hear even people coming after the media, that the media is out of the line to expose some matters. But we need to continue enriching our democracy. We need to continue ensuring that people are speaking so that we can be able to have a nation that is thriving in democracy and also be able to improve our democracy. Chances are in 2027 we will have the biggest number of young people in these offices. You'll be shocked that in the next bunge you might have over 50% being young people vis-a-vis what is happening today.
Thank you. Are you keen to what is in store for the youth at what is happening at KICC or what has just happened at KICC?
I'm keen. All these are political plays, and you know, Raila coming in government is not a new thing. It has happened before with Moi. It has happened before with Kibaki. It has happened before with Uhuru. I mean, this is not a new thing to me. And as I've said, people had already warmed up to it because this was a come we stay. walikuwa kidogo wanapapasana kidogo, lakini sasa it's only that they are putting it into paper that they are working together. We only want to say one thing, that whatever comes out of any relationship that is not people oriented, then it is null and void, and it requires a little bit more of a push to ensure we represent our people and government to align with the people. As long as there are things that are not going right and key agendas of government not going right, SHA is not going right, is not working very well. Matters to do with the university funding is not going on well. We have issues to do with now current status of health workers. We have UHC, Universal Health Coverage workers, who are now all of them at home. So we have all these issues, and it is null and void anything that is looks very political, other than now bringing to the table what is right for our people. And the opposition of today, which most likely has been swallowed by government, or vice versa, it is not the opposition of leaders, it is the opposition of the people. The questioning of government is happening more in the public and in social media more than it's happening in the National Assembly. Up to date, there has not been a bill or a motion that is talking about abduction in the National Assembly of the Republic of Kenya, and these are things that have happened. So there is a question of people feeling like they have been betrayed by leaders. Yes, but are people saying they have given up? No, they are saying they are going to continue with the checks and balances. We have had issues even that is criticizing contributions in churches. You know, there is no question that anybody who is giving 120 million to a church, when there is a constituency without a kilometer of a road, or you find there are places without classes, then there is always that question of, are we really betraying the people who gave us an opportunity? When we see Hustler Fund over 8 billion not being accounted for, and these are funds that were meant to benefit the young people of the Republic of Kenya, then we cannot say that a mere coming together of the opposition leader and the president can solve these issues. And it is obvious that the bread will be buttered only for just a few people against the Republic of Kenya. So we are keen.
The ink on the paper, now they're making it official.
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
Well, to me, I would say one thing, that it is something that I saw a long time ago. And my problem is the cost of these things. The cost of these things is what is happening to our policies that are not working. That is the reason why you find policies are not working, because finances and resources are going towards different things. Accommodating Raila in government is a very expensive thing. Nobody doesn't know that. Accommodating Raila in government is a very expensive affair. We have just financed these campaigns for AUC. It took billions of Kenya shillings. We are now bringing in government. You don't know what is under the table. It must be in billions too. So all I'm saying is our priorities are not being straight, and there is a need to rethink and see how we can actually serve our people instead of actually all these side shows that are not going to help the country.
A question kind of related to that. In the earlier session, we saw Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka. Are we expecting to see maybe you working together maybe in future?
Let me say that I was just a mere host of the Wiper leadership. They requested to visit. I have seen leaders come to this booth. There was UDA, SG yesterday, and many other leaders that have come in. I'm not one person who believes in gagging a leader. If you want to engage with the people, I am in support of that. The young people will ask questions and you will answer them according to how you think about. And it is true. The questions that young people have asked are very critical in government for a long time. So when these questions are asked, we need to understand now, what is your answer? Are you standing with your record? Can you sit and say, my track record speaks for itself? Those are the questions that we need to, because everybody is looking for leadership. I mean, if today or tomorrow he goes for the presidency, the same questions will face him at the ballot. And I believe that's very critical and important. And actually, we need to host more leaders. We need to have these debates more so that leaders can be able to be held accountable to their track record. And it will really help our leadership in the country.